You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com. Good morning to you, sir.
Hey, right back at you. Where are we at this Friday?
Friday.
We clipped through another week. We are animals. We're beasts.
It is Friday the 11th, which doesn't have the
Absolutely.
same ring as Friday the 13th.
Crazy.
But...
What is he doing now? Jermaine Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember when the Jackson 5 hit, and it doesn't seem that long ago, but Jermaine is a 66 today.
Is he really? Holy cow.
Holy cow. Walter Knott. Knott. Walter Knott has a birthday today.
Is he have the berry farm?
And he is the berry. He founded the Knott's Berry Farm.
Who lost it?
John.
Yeah, American farmer, created the Knott's Berry Farm, and actually introduced America to
Jams and jellies.
the boysenberry. Ooh. How about that? He should be on money.
He should be. I like boysenberry, by the way.
This was sad to see his passing last year, 2019. NFL kicker Fred Cox. Loved Fred, number 14, spent 15 years with the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
Now, he was a kicker, but to this day, he still holds the scoring record for the Minnesota Vikings. He has scored the most points of any Minnesota Viking ever.
Is that unusual as a kicker?
Yeah. Well, certainly these days. Back then, your team was your team. There wasn't all this moving around, which is why he spent 15 years with the Vikings.
Yeah.
That just doesn't happen
So you
anymore.
just kick like from the stands or where?
Oh, that's right. It's sports and it's John. Here's something you'll understand with Fred Cox. He invented the Nerf football.
Oh, really?
Yes. See, John lights up. Yeah. Now he gets it. Now he gets it.
I wear Nerf shoes. You guys call them Crocs, but I just call them Nerf shoes. But I love Nerf.
And I was always surprised they did not retire his number. That number's still active. In fact, last year, Stephon Diggs wore number 14, and he's with the Bills now, but that number's still available for Minnesota. I think they ought to retire it, but who am I? Just saying.
They should retire it.
It was 1620 this very day, and it was in all the news. Mayflower pilgrims came ashore at Plymouth Bay. Thought to be, of course, at Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts, Gesundheit. 2014. This is where things get a little sketchy, but it's in the wording. It really is. It gets pretty specific here. 2014, so just 6 years ago this day, the first, and I'm just going to say wiener, the first wiener transplant procedure is performed by a team from Stellenbosch University and Tygerberg Hospital in Cape Town, South Africa.
What happened there?
Well, when you think that was just 6 years ago, well, wait a minute. There's been sex reassignment surgery for decades.
What about John Wayne Bobbitt?
And John Wayne Bobbitt.
Oh, yeah, I
but see,
remember
that is just putting something back on. This is a transplant procedure, which means that particular organ was from someone else. I bet they were surprised.
They were.
A minute ago!
I thought I was getting my appendix taken out. What'd you do?
And speaking of science, it was this day in 1844. Holy cow, the very first use of nitrous oxide by a dentist.
Okay.
In Hartford, Connecticut. That patient is still chuckling and not knowing why. It's all
You ever have nitrous oxide?
I never have. Nope.
I have.
Always got the what's called Novocaine. They still use that.
Oh, yeah.
do
The
both.
injection thing.
For me.
Yeah.
They do both for me.
And shots of tequila, too. So she's good.
And they play the music really soft. And I get a foot massage. Everything's okie
It's a
dokie.
full service thing.
All right. Fascinating stuff, man. I know now. We all know. We just bounce right ahead here.
And we'll do exactly that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Want to save money? Take the BetterCreditCards.com challenge. It's simple and free, and you could save money every single month. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to BetterCreditCards.com to see if they can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it can help you get a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
You see? I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Well, snappy salute off the well-started from the old Ranger Dan cat YouTube. Andy, you're looking Heidi.
Dan.
You know, full disclosure here, old Ranger Dan doesn't do a whole lot of Christmas decorating, but I'm thinking you look pretty amazing in tinsel and twinkle lights.
I agree.
Saying, well, man of my stature has pretty unique taste. Tinsel and twinkle lights.
Nice.
You know, a few episodes back, your old buddy here, Ranger Dan, was sharing his vast knowledge of evergreen trees and some helpful tips on how to select the perfect Christmas tree. Well, since that episode, I have been inundated. I have been slammed with Ranger Dan fans, which are legion,
Yeah.
asking about the annual Ranger Dan Christmas tree drive-through blowout sale.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about this.
Well, I'm sorry to report right off the bat here, that's just simply not going to be in the cards this year. Here's the thing, as you probably recall, we had that event last year at the Lewis Drug locations around Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
Even though that sale was scheduled for midnight to 3 a.m. and hundreds of folks showed up to score a tree for just $20. Cash only.
I remember this, yeah.
And careful to cut their headlights while they slowly drove through the lot. The sale did manage to attract, well, we'll just call it the wrong kind of attention, and we had to close shop early last year. In fact, right around 12:20.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
And then went with 3 out of my 12 associates. The 3 slowest of my 12 associates. Being detained, questioned, and spending a few days enjoying the hospitality of the Sioux Falls PD. What with legal fees, lost work hours, and making restitution, well, that really cut into the profit margin.
That.
My defense, even though I really had no idea, Lewis Drug had outside surveillance, and a lot of that police dash cam footage is pretty convincing. I still say it's all circumstantial. But I'm rambling. The short answer is no. We will.
And now we know why.
I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to maybe reigniting that little baby next year. It's going to be a matter of logistics and those 3 associates I was talking about while they work their way through the penal system. I like that term, penal system. Sounds dirty, but it's not. So. That's all I have today, little Radio Rangers. I always appreciate your questions and always happy to oblige. Till next time, this is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me. Yes, sir.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you by Lukewarm Tap Water.
Tap water. I got a couple of items this morning that kind of caught my interest. Let's see. First of all, you're familiar with the Abyssal company?
The vacuum
They do
thing?
vacuums, forklift, all kinds of stuff. One of their big missions is rescue pets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they stash a bunch of money aside every time you buy a Bissell product, certain percentage goes to, and then they throw that do-re-mi around, and they just did. For instance, humane societies around the country, it's got some money, and right here in Sioux Falls, they are able to, for right now, until supplies are gone, talking dogs and cats, whatever they've got, you can adopt a dog for $25.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Taylor said.
That's usually a lot more.
How many can I get? Is there a limit? Can I go and load up?
I think
got $300.
this thing actually lit up the other day, and from what I can see here, the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society, I think maybe they've got 2 or 3 dogs left, unless they're not keeping their website up to date right now.
Oh, really?
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
you can get a cat for $5.
No kidding.
We'll give you for $5. Yeah.
So part of the Sunny Radio Christmas Extravaganza Spectacular today. Maybe we could go out there and look at them.
Yeah, that would be great. Also, in the world of crime, some guy in his 40s apparently got a beat down. May have been a couple of delinquents in their early 20s. Anyway, they wanted some money, something. Anyway, they beat him with what authorities say looked to be sticks.
Steaks?
Sticks.
Like branches?
They were whooping him with sticks.
All right.
And,
Is this in Sioux Falls?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it was in the little crime log thing, but I felt kind of bad about it. I thought, this time of year especially, you really want to reach out and take care of the least of us, the most needy and whatnot. Yeah. So I started a GoFundMe page.
Really?
Get a little dough to get these guys out. Knives, guns, something. Kind of up their game.
No, don't help them. Help the guy that got beat with sticks.
Oh, no, he probably had it coming. I have no idea.
Oh, my goodness. What if he's a listener, Dan?
I'm just trying to do a solid for the holidays.
No.
Really, if you got to do your job using sticks, well, maybe I can help.
This is the Stone Age.
I don't think we should
We're crying out loud. Give these people the weapons they need to do their job.
I want to just stand up right now and say we don't condone beating people with sticks or knives.
Yeah, you just go to the page, GoFundMe, and help these losers gun up.
Are we done yet? Is it time to go?
I think I did have one more thing, but I think I'll sit on it.
No, I want that. We can't end on this note.
No, it's what? I think it's a great note.
I think it's a great note as well. It's pretty solid.
Oh, boy. Do you guys see what I put up with around here? I appreciate it. Hey, we've got some entertainment news to get to and some good news that's going to be way better than that. It's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Want to save money? Take the bettercreditcards.com challenge. It's simple and free, and you could save money every single month. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if they can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Do it today. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for our bright spot of news, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture, and we're going to brighten your mood today. Going to make you really darn happy with our guest, who has some of the most beautiful holiday music ever. They've got all kinds of great music. We've got Al Petrelli joining us right now, and he's with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, my friend. Thanks for having me this morning. I hope everybody there you is safe and healthy and everybody's good.
Absolutely, and I know we've talked in the past, and we're excited to have you on the program again. You've got something really cool coming up next Friday, December 18th, a live streaming event with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Tell me all about it.
Well, for the first time ever, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra is going to broadcast a live stream concert. We're going to perform Christmas Eve and other stories. To all you guys, nobody has to leave your house. Everybody stay in your living room, put the fireplace on, pour a glass of whatever it is that you enjoy, and let us do all the work for you. We were all set to gear up and come back to your town. I think it was our first time ever there last year. We had such a great time with you folks. And, I knew it was on this year's itinerary, but unfortunately, due to the circumstances everybody's aware of, there's no live music going on anywhere this year. And we held on till the last possible moment. I think by mid-August, end of August, they just said, "No, we can't do this. It's not going to happen." Unacceptable, not for the TSO to play around the holiday season. So we everybody kind of scratched their heads, the O'Neill family, our managers, and they said, "What do you think about this?" I'm like, let's just, whatever we can do, let's do it. This has been a tradition, not only for folks in your community and across America and globally, but for us in the band as well. For more than 2 decades, we tour every holiday season. We have not missed one. We've never even missed a show.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra has music that is not Christmas music as well, but you guys are so synonymous with Christmas, it just wouldn't be Christmas without you.
No, I appreciate you saying that, my friend, and thank you. And I've heard that so many times, and hearing that will never get old, because people say all the time, well, it's not the holidays until you guys come through town, or, we start playing your music, right after Thanksgiving, and we just, the whole family kind of, gets together and we enjoy it. We watched the PBS movie that we put out a bunch of years ago, and it broke my heart, not just as a musician, not because, nobody's working this year, but on that level, because for the folks in the audience, they just love Paul O'Neill's story, Christmas Eve and Other Stories. For me, I get to stand downstage center and look out in the audience and see 14 to 15,000 people singing along, fists in the air, 3 generations of family just getting together and enjoying themselves for the 2.5 hours that would be a live show. In this case, it's going to be a little bit different, but just like you and I spoke before we went on air, different isn't bad.
Yeah.
Different is just different. You know, everything that was normal is no longer normal, so let's explore our new normal. And our new normal is we're going to set up in a facility in Nashville, Tennessee. The band is going to play the show live. You know, no overdubs, nothing like that. This will be a TSO performance. And again, stay home. No babysitters, no dog sitters, no traffic, no parking, no nothing. Just stay in your pajamas and sit back and spend the holidays with us. And the thing is, it's at 8 o'clock is when it kind of goes on the air or when the stream starts. But you got 48 hours. So if you're working or you're caught up with something or people can't get over Friday night, whatever, for $30, buy the thing. Watch it Saturday morning. Watch it Saturday night. I don't care when you watch it. Just if you love the band and you have spent with the people that come see us year after year, I consider them our repeat offenders. Right? Spend it with us this way. You know, it's different, but at least we'll be together in a different kind of way.
Again, the live stream event is coming up this coming Friday, the 18th of December. And like Al was just saying, if you can't make it that night, you can watch it afterwards as well. But it's live this coming Friday.
Yeah. From what I'm not that good with technology. I'm still stuck in around 1968. But what I've been made to understand is that you buy it, you got 48 hours to watch it. And listen, I can't wait to play live again. I can't wait to get back to doing what I do. But, you know, a lot of people I got to tell them, listen, get your tickets. The show is going to sell out. You know, and we do a 3 o'clock show and an 8 o'clock show. In most cities, it's 2 shows a day. And the tickets go real quick. In this case, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, am I going to have a front row seat, a 10th row seat, you know, the back of the arena. Everybody has a front row seat.
That's awesome. And you get to enjoy it in the comfort of your own home.
This is something that you've never been able to do before, and who knows if we'll ever do it again, but there's so many cameras a lot closer to me that I'm comfortable with, and it's going to be like you're on stage with us. You know, you'll be able to look into the eyes of the singer, look right into their soul, and really understand every nuance, every lyric, every syllable that they're singing. And, you know, again, we can't do what we did last year and years past, but this is something different, something special, and I'm so excited to put this together.
Which song are you looking forward to the most performing during this live stream?
All of them. You know, it's kind of like asking me which one is my favorite kid. you know?
It's tough.
Well, I love all my children, but depending on what day it is, I got a favorite.
Well, I absolutely appreciate you sharing that with us coming up this Friday.
Yes, sir. You too. Be safe.
Again, our guest today has been Al Petrelli with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. You can hear their music at sunnyradio.com. We've got them on just about every dang hour right now. And you can hear their live stream coming up this coming Friday. It's December 18th. All of the details at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. It is the gift that keeps on giving. John, we're playing in your wheelhouse here. The John Small sweet spot. Okay, Kim Kardashian, who happens to be, well, one of my close personal friends.
Yeah.
You know, working on being an attorney. She's actually a pretty sharp woman for all the craziness that's been her life.
Right.
And she has actually been in the Oval Office. She has what seems to be a pretty decent, productive, solid relationship with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Yeah. And by nature of that, has managed to get a few things done as far as, you know, rearranging kind of, prison system, whatever. He's actually had some people pardoned, actually through Kim Kardashian and her efforts. Well, Joe Exotic, Psychic King,
what do you got going
has written a 2-page letter to Kim Kardashian asking her to get together with Donald Trump to help pardon him while he serves his 22-year prison sentence.
Okay.
Quote, please help me get President Trump to see this is all wrong and sign my pardon. I have lost 57 years of work, my zoo, my animals, my mother has passed, my father is dying, and I have been taken away from my husband, who I love dearly. It's actually, in the story I'm looking at, they have photos of the actual letter.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm not going to read, but...
You're not going to show it on the radio or nothing?
I'm not. John, if you like, because you're good at this, you can share a link
I could do that.
to it on Facebook if I send it to you, which I'm not going to.
I'm going to search around and find it.
No. It's just like, I don't let kids loose in candy stores. So, no, you're not going to see this. That's all there is to it. So, his attorneys are involved in everything else. Apparently, this is a big deal, and they're really pushing Kim Kardashian to, like the president doesn't have anything better to do. I'm guessing maybe he does.
Well, I bet even Kim Kardashian has better things to do. But he has been in the national spotlight this year because, as crazy as it may sound, 2020 was a bizarre year. But one of the most bizarre things was, like, one of the biggest things that people watched was Tiger King. It has definitely a chapter in the...
watch it, but
okay, we have a pact. We have a
prison?
pact. When I bring up Tiger King, you're not allowed to talk.
But I'm just saying, it definitely has a chapter
I'm going to continue
in the
to talk.
2020 book. Yeah.
In your opinion, after watching it, do you feel like he deserves to be in prison?
Okay, I think the guy's insane. He probably deserves to be in prison for a lot of things, but I don't think the reason he's in prison, I don't think he should have been in prison for that. I don't think he did what they claimed that he did.
Well, it's 2 counts.
What was it they claimed he did? I don't
It's
even
2
know
counts
why
of murder
he did.
for hire.
Yeah, they claimed that he hired a guy to go kill Carol Baskin, but
dozens of things having to do with animal abuse.
but the guy that
well, the animal abuse, they can't.
the guy that
dispute
he hired supposedly to go kill Carol Baskin, the guy wouldn't even wear his T-shirt. Like, he couldn't even get him to wear the right uniform. They didn't get along, and he supposedly, wink, wink, hired this guy to
Why
go do
do
this.
I keep doing this?
You brought it up, Dan.
I was just asking if he deserved to be. I just wanted a yes or no answer, really. more
Well,
than
you
anything.
should have known better.
But if he's in there for animal abuse violations, that's pretty cut and dried, and you can't just let him go because of that. So
Yeah,
I would
there's-
say he probably belongs there, and everybody should just look past that and move on.
Well, we'll see what the Kardashians have to say about this.
You don't know who you're talking to here, Heidi. Well, Dan, thank you for that update.
Yeah, I'm
which
never,
was-
honest to goodness, New Year's resolution, never bringing up these losers again.
I got a feeling you will. Can we write that down so I can pull the card?
Oh, I just
look forward
want
to
to
the
go
day.
quietly into the night.
Hey, we're going to be buttoning things up here fairly soon. We've got
I mean, think about it. I can go to a large animal vet and be put down for like $60.
You could, if you can find one willing to do it.
I don't think they do that.
We'll bury you in the backyard.
Oh, I'm
next
sorry.
to the puppies.
Are we still on?
Still on there. And I'm pretty sure you can't do any of that. But as we come to a close here, Heidi and I got to finish our show. Then we are going to take the rest of the day for the Sunny Radio
Yes,
Christmas
we are.
Spectacular Extravaganza.
Big day.
Dan has no clue.
I never have a clue.
He has no clue what we're doing.
Quite a day planned.
Oh my goodness. Follow on Facebook because we will be posting photos. Some of these are going to be quite interesting.
Every time this stuff happens where I just kind of cast fate to the wind and,
We take hostage.
and get in your vehicle.
Yes.
You know, if I were younger, that Amber Alert system would go into play. But I'm too old for that, so I'm just kind of a
Would it be
total
then
victim.
Would it be like a silver alert then? Or what would it be?
Geritol alert.
Well, if you happen to follow Sunny Radio on Facebook, today would be a good day to kind of keep your eyes peeled for some photos later in the day. And if you don't, today would be a good day to follow us. Facebook.com/Sunny Radio.
Want to save money? Take the bettercreditcards.com challenge. It's simple and free, and you could save money every single month. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if they can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, December 11th, 2020. The market held relatively steady on Thursday following Wednesday's deep decline. The S&P 500 held within a fairly tight range despite dropping 0.2% at the open. By the end of the day, what losses there were had been regained, and the rebound was led by tech. The tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite finished the session up more than 0.5%. With the market in wait-and-see mode, the only thing to do now is wait and see. The good news is that we may not have much longer to wait. One of the biggest uncertainties facing the market is the seemingly never-ending presidential election. With the Electoral College slated to meet in just a few days, a conclusion one way or another is expected soon. With that out of the way, the next big market move will come down to two things, the pandemic and the stimulus. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.